All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honor to the elder apostles and the bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while learning truth 100% according to the Bible. And I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, the prophets, the servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, and shalom to the Akwaf, which are the sisters that are sincere, and your children, shalom. And in today's video, as your brothers and sisters can see, from the title, it said, "This is why Americans are broke," and it's going to be going into basically how these American people, these Babylonians, are suffering, and how the Lord is the one bringing all of these things upon these people, man. Because, it tells you this in the book of Second Esdras. Bear with me, and we're going to get into the video. Bear with me. This is Second Esdras, chapter 8, and I'm going to start at verse 50. And it says, "For many great miseries," right? When we go into that word miseries, right? I'm going to look it up so we get a better understanding. But that word miseries goes into, basically times of distress, uncomfortability, people being miserable, angry, in depressive state, suffering, anguish. That's basically what that word misery goes into, right? So this is the state in which you see these Babylonian American people in, man, not being able to pay for groceries, not being able to pay for, their food and water and all of these different other types of things that they were able to pay for at a certain period of time. Everything is getting more harder for them, man. And that's ultimately the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, making it harder for you 2/3 of his people as well as you heathens, man. The Lord is the one controlling all of these things, right? But this is Second Esdras 8 and 50, and it said, "For many great miseries shall be done to them," right? Meaning you 2/3 of the Lord's people and you heathens, that in a lot of times shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. So, right, the pride of you people, you people being high-minded and proud and thinking you got it all figured out and not wanting to repent, you 2/3 of the Lord's people. That's why you're about to suffer. That's why you're not able to pay your bills this month. That's why you're not able to, buy the shoes and the clothes and all of these material vain possessions in which it is that you people love parading around and, holding up to a high standard. None of that is, life is not going in your favor anymore, and especially you women here in Babylon the Great, you 2/3 women, it's definitely not going well for y'all. You got food stamps being taken away, your Section 8, all of these different types of things in which it is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is bringing upon you people. And it goes into you when the Lord said he will smite Egypt with plagues as he have done before. And let me go to that precept. That's the Second Esdras, chapter 15. Let me get that. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's bringing plagues upon this place, America, Babylon the Great. And those plagues goes into, people not being able to, afford grocery, afford houses, mortgages, all of these different things in which these people were benefiting and, living good off of while they've been in this system. All of that is coming to an end. Now these people starting to feel the reality of things that they're about to suffer and go through hell, right? So this is Second Esdras chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse, bear with me, I'll start at verse, bear with me. All right, this is verse 11, and it said, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues," right? And we know in this instance, it's not talking about ancient Egypt because it says as before. So we know ancient Egypt in the old days was smited with plagues as well. But this is talking about modern day Egypt, which is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, which just place America, Babylon the Great, right? And it says, "and will destroy all the land thereof," right? And that's what the Lord is doing, man. He's smiting this place with plagues. That's why you're having these people crying all on TikTok, complaining about not being able to buy their favorite food and all of this different types of stuff that, these people put their trust and hope in. All of that is coming to an end, man, and it's the Lord that's doing it, and it's a wonderful thing to see all of these people panicking and in fear, these Edomites going crazy, pulling their hair out, not being able to, get all of the things in which it is that they have been, benefiting off of for the longest in this country. All of that's coming to an end. And these people are losing their damn minds, man. And it's a wonderful thing to see. you know. So we're going to get into this video, you know. So bear with me. Bear with me. You know. And we're going to see. So I'm not getting paid for this video. This is only for educational purposes only. So with that being said, fair use.
Yes, it is higher than it has been in previous years, but it's actually a different expense. Look at this. It says car repossessions are skyrocketing. And why? It's
skyrocketing because of pride, man. You know, and a lot of you people have trusted in Esau Edom's system, man. It tells you that in Jeremiah 17:5. And bear with me, I'm going to go get that precept, but in the NLT, because you people have trusted in your enemy, which is this devil, Esau Edom. It tells you that in Ecclesiasticus 12:10 to never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And we know as iron rusteth and it gets worser, the more it gets more, bad, right? And that's the same thing with this devil. As time goes by and progresses, the more this devil's going to show you that he's the devil by allowing those horns to poke out of his head, right? But you people trusted in this man and his system. And now you're paying the benefit, you're paying the cost for it. 2/3 of you damn heathens, y'all paying the cost for, trusting in your master, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? And this is only the beginning of sorrows for you people. It's going to continue to get worse and worse. Food prices are going to continue to rise. Inflation is going to continue to stagger and plummet this place downhill. You're going to continue to get laid off and fired from your high-paying jobs that you people boast and so proud about having. All of that is coming to an end. If you're not of the Lord's elect, you're about to suffer, man, in these times that are coming. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5 in the NLT. And it said, this is what the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua says, cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans. And that's what you people have done here in Babylon the Great. You didn't think that these things were going to take place and happen because you've been living good, trusting in the government that's been taking care of a lot of you people, trusting in these unrighteous decrees and these laws and all of these things that this devil is set up to, aid you and assist you, you women, and as well as you other guys out there that may be receiving benefits or whatnot, right? So you're solely relying on Esau, man, and his system. And a lot of you people can't live without this devil system, right? And it said, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts, meaning their mind, away from the Lord. So you people have departed your minds away from the Lord and from the understanding of the scriptures to follow after Esau Edom and his ways, to follow after the wickedness of his world and partake in it. And that's why all these miseries and these bad times, like I said before, are coming up amongst this place, man. This is all the Lord's doing, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua tells you that in Amos 3:6. I'm going to go get that precept real quick. Bear with me. This is Amos chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 6. And it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And that's what's happening. The men of the Lord is blowing the trumpet. And telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that this place America is done, that it's about to go down. It's like water that's going down the drain when you get out the tub and, you let up the stopper and you see the water going down and it just, that's what happened to this place America. That's why as time goes by, this place is going to continue to get worse because this place is going down the drain. This Babylonian ship is sinking, man, right? And it says, and the people not be afraid, right? So you people obviously are not afraid because like I said, what I just read in Jeremiah 17:5, you people trust in man. So whatever this devil Esau Edom tells you and tell you like, oh, it's going to get all right and you don't have to worry about anything. We're going to make the economy better and America's going to be great. You people believe in your enemy. You trust in them. So you're not going to complain and things of that nature yet, but it's coming, right? And it says, shall there be evil, right? Meaning bad times in the city, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, have not done it. So we know ultimately the Lord is the one that's going to bring these evils, man. We know the Lord is ultimately the one that's shaking things up in the earth, man, that's having all of these bad things happening here in America, the inflation, the things that you people complaining about, not being able to pay for certain things. We know that the Lord is the one ultimately in control of all of these things, man. All right. So we're going to get back into the video. So bear with me. We're going to get back into the video. Let me get back into the video. Salakia.
Possessions are skyrocketing. And why? It's because car payments are much higher than they've ever been before. I want to play this TikTok video for you because this right here just shows what the American people are going through. Look at this right here.
How much did you put down?
20 bands.
20 bands. How much are you paying per month?
$1,183.
How long are you financing for?
285 months.
Bands.
Okay. So this person's excited.
And as you can see, Salakia, I didn't mean to go back.
They just bought looks like a Chevy Silverado, and they're going to spend.
All right. So as you can see, you always got the B-dub and of it. Always got Eve parading herself around and showing herself like it's just all good and everything is going swell, right? But, the Lord says something about that. You women, man, y'all about to be the main ones affected by all these things that are happening, man. Because, with everything that DJT is doing, it is affecting you women the most, taking away food stamps. All of these high-paying jobs that we see closing down. Majority of the businesses that are closing down are places where you see women working. So this is ultimately the Lord bringing judgment upon a lot of you women, as well as you wicked 2/3 men as well. But mainly you women, man, that are at ease in this place, America, man. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9, and it said, rise up, ye women that are at ease, right? And a lot of you women here in Babylon the Great are at ease. You're comfortable. You're thinking everything is going great for you. That's why you go on TikTok and all of these other websites. The main people that you see complaining are women. White Edomite women, so-called black women, so-called Latino, Native American women. They're the main ones complaining, man, and voicing their opinions about things getting harder. You don't see too many men on these websites complaining. It's all you damn women. Because the Lord is ultimately bringing judgment upon a lot of you women, because a lot of you women have been living good in Babylon the Great off your slave master Esau Edom. He been feeding you good. But all of that is coming to an end, right? So it says, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So a lot of you women are about to be troubled, man. And these times that we're coming into, that's why you women are, pulling your hair out and going insane now, man. Because ultimately the Lord is about to bring more judgment upon this place, man. Right? And this is Isaiah 32 and 11. And it said, tremble ye women that are at ease, right? Going into that word ease again, because that's what you women in here in Babylon the Great are. You're still in that state now because you don't think things are going to get worse than it already is, but it's going to get worse than this, So you people are still at ease. You're still not, taking heed to the warnings from the men of the Lord. You still out here living your life, doing whatever it is you want to. You still not repenting. You still not turning back, So it said, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird a sackcloth upon your loins, man. All right. And it said, verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, right? That word lament goes into you women are about to be crying and mourning soon, man. Going back into what I started the video off with, 2nd Edges 8 and 50, how many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And you 2/3 of the Lord's people are very prideful, man. You people are very prideful, right along with your master Esau Edom. You're very prideful, So that's ultimately why all of these bad things are happening, man. And they're going to continue to get worse and worse as time progresses. Ultimately to, all hell breaks loose, which we see coming soon, But I'm going to get back into this video.
This spot looks like a Chevy Silverado, and they're going to spend $1,183 a month for what they say is 285 months. 285 months is just short of 24 years. That's a massive payment. Now, that right there is insane. Now, I don't know the validity to this, but again, it's a lot of money. 200 and almost 300,000.
And guess what? That goes what it tells you about how this is not your rest, Jake. Because we know if that was a so-called heathen that went into that store, a white person or anybody else, they probably wouldn't have got a deal like that. But we know ultimately, as the Lord has said in Micah 2:10, I'm going to get that scripture. So, Jake has a lot of rigged deals, man. Can you imagine paying more bills on the car for 24 years, man? Like, that's crazy, right? This is Micah 2:10. And it said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This place, America, is not our rest. That's why you people get overtaxed. That's why you people don't get as good paying jobs as the next people. That's why you're suffering. That's why you're at the bottom. That's why all of these different things are happening, because this is not our rest, ultimately. And it says, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction, man. And Eve is going to go crazy trying to pay that car note, man, for 24 years straight, $1,000 a month. Come on, man. You women begging other men for money and things of that nature on these social media sites, man. You women don't have $1,000 a month. Majority of you 2/3 women, and the only way y'all able to get it is by parading and selling your body and doing all types of things of that nature, But yeah, we're going to get back into this video, though. But like I said, this is not your rest, Jake. This place is designed to destroy you. This place is designed to keep you in debt, to keep you in slavery up under this man, Esau Edom. But like I said, you people love being oppressed by this man. That's why you ultimately going to, confide to his new system when he bring forth that MOTB. You're going to take it because you people love being oppressed. And I'm going to go to that precept real quick. That's in Isaiah 30:12. Bear with me. How you Jake's trust in oppression, man. That's why you don't see nothing wrong with the inflation and all of these different signs that are coming that are showing you that this place America is going down and you still just comfortable living your life like everything is normal, right? This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12 in the KJV. And it said, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and that's 2/3 of you Latino, Native Americans, Negro men and women. You despise the word of the Lord and the chastening and the correcting of the Lord, right? And trust in oppression, right? And that oppression is trusting in this Babylonian system that you clearly see is collapsing before your eyes, but you still love it, right? And it said, and perverseness, and stay thereon. Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant, man. And that's what this place America is about to go through. It's about to crumble in an instant, man. It's going to come when you least expect it, but it's coming. We see it. We see the dominoes falling, right? But you people still want to trust in this place, man. This place is through, done. Put a fork in it. This place is not going to be healed. Trump is not going to save it. Nothing. This place is over with, man. All right. Salakia, that's an ad. All right. I'm getting back to the video.
Again, it's a lot of money. Almost $300,000 for this vehicle over the course of 24 years. That's insane. But the 11.
It really is. And guess what? That just goes to show you how the Lord said his people perish for the lack of knowledge. And a lot of these people, they know that Jake don't think. Our people, the Lord people, they just go for whatever it is that they see. They don't really think on nothing. They don't overanalyze it. They don't go to the Lord and ask the Lord for guidance, nothing. They just lean upon their own understanding, right? Doing things that's going to put them in debt for life and things of that nature, because the Lord said our people are foolish, man. That word sadish goes into being stupid. This is Hosea 4:6. And it said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. The lack of knowledge of the scriptures, because thou hast rejected knowledge through the men of the Lord, teaching his word on the highways and hedges, telling you people to repent, telling you that America is done, that is over with. And you still crazy for investing inside of this place and, stuff of that nature, because it's done, man. I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And that's what time the Lord is going to leave you people, man. He's going to forsake you in these times of Jacob's trouble. And to be honest, he's not already with a lot of you, because a lot of you people have already been handed over to strong delusions and a reprobate mind. That's why you people are still behaving and doing the things in which it is you're doing. That's why you don't see anything wrong with America, though this place is falling down in front of your face, because the Lord have handed you over to that delusion, to where you believe lies, to where you believe what the devil is telling you is going to happen, and it's not going to happen, you know. So we're going to get back into that video, you know, probably watch just a little bit more of it, you know, but it just goes to show you how, and you know, with a lot of these videos that come, you know, they always got Jake in it, you know, just to show you that the Lord's people, man, are just 2/3 of the Lord's people are just done, man. And that's why the Lord is about to put a lot of you 2/3 down, man. He about to put y'all down soon, man, because y'all people just never get it. Y'all gonna continue to trust in this system, continue to trust in this man, continue to trust in his ways, his philosophies, being drunk off of his wine and his ideologies, and yeah, man, people through, man. All right.
But the $1,100 car payment, for most people, they can't afford it. Listen to this comment. This is a comment that somebody wrote to me a while back. This person wrote, and I quote, "I used to think this was a flex, but now I know it is just wasting money. My car payment is $975 a month, and I have a newer Tesla Model X. And my share of a mortgage with my brother is $800. Is that smart or not?" Well, let me ask you.
All right. So basically, from what he's saying through the comments, that all of these people are suffering, man. All of these people here in America, these prideful people that think that they got everything, and they're so prideful and so arrogant and so high-minded, and they're just living their best lives like they try to portray to everybody on the media and social media and all of these other different websites. He's basically saying that all these people are suffering, man. All of these people are broke. All of these people don't really have the money in which it is that they're portraying. These people live false lifestyles, man. And that's why the Lord said, again, like I read in Micah 2:10, to depart from this place, because this is not our rest, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American men and women. But if you want to continue to trust in this place and think that this place is going to get better and things of that nature, then you're going to fall and go down right with it. You're going to sink right with the Titanic, you know. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say with today's video. Like I said, Lord's willing, it can be edifying to you brothers and sisters that come across it. But till the next time, I'm going to say shalom.